everybody, and happy Friday! Hello to everybody who's been waiting 3 weeks for Cinnamon Toast Crunch cookies.
Yahoo!
Who's ready to get baked? Let's do this. If you guys missed it, I went to the doctor Monday. Turns out I had pneumonia. So they put me on a stronger antibiotic, and within like 48 hours, I started feeling better.
So you went to go see Dr. Feelgood?
Shut up.
He's the one to call.
No, if anybody out there knows who the bitchy waiter is, the doctor kind of looks like the bitchy waiter, but like with shorter hair. Like, Dan said he looked like Dr. Cox from Scrubs. No, he looks like the bitchy waiter. Was really confused about what was going on, tried to order a chest x-ray, and I'm like, no, I did that already. And he goes and checks it and comes back and he's like, oh yeah, you have pneumonia. So, stronger antibiotics, I'm better, have not had a fever since Sunday night. Yay! So, yeah, I'm back to functional. Still not 100%. Still like a little tired feeling, but I'm good. I'm good.
Have you heard back whether or not Roger's feeling sick?
I think he's okay. I didn't slide into his DMs, but I think he's okay. Chris wants to know, who's the ginger on my screen? It seems vaguely familiar, but I can't place her so long ago. It has been a minute. We did do a live last, was it Saturday or Sunday? The days all blurred together because I didn't go to work for most of 2 weeks, and I had a fever for like 10 out of 14 days, so I'm not even really sure what month it is anymore. I don't know where we are, but we're finally making, oh, these are kind of in the way. We're finally making Cinnamon Toast Crunch cookies.
What's up with those amorpomorphic...
The what?
The amorpomorphic...
Amorpomorphic?
Amorpomorphic
Anthro.
cinnamon toast crunch guy.
I don't know. You picked the box. Don't you love them with faces?
Oh, I don't... Yeah, but like now I have to eat it.
Yeah, apparently these toast crunches have the actual faces on them. I've not seen them yet, but I don't know if that's going to make me feel better or worse when I throw them in the food processor to chop them up. We'll see. I hope they don't scream. PJ is here. Hello, PJ. We've missed you with the super chat. Thank you so much. I'm back with my people. Love you all. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm glad you guys are here. It's been a minute. I know I popped in and I was there for the cake making and everything, but I was still so out of it, and I ended up having a fever that night too, and just I lost a lot of my life.
Right. Alright. We did lots of live streaming.
You did lots of live streaming, yes.
We kept it.
It was like popular sickness level of like checked out of life, though.
Yeah.
Like, it was pretty bad. Jess is here as well. Hello, friend. With the super chat. Thank you. Says, we all missed you. Tipping the host. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Get still pets for Mooch.
Yes. Yeah. Your super chats will earn some pets for Mooch, who is in position. His eyes are mostly closed, but he's peeking a little bit just in case some cream cheese comes out. Sorry, bud. No cream cheese tonight. You can go ahead and go to sleep. Dr. Trent wants to know if the Cinnamon Toast Crunch came with shrimp. No, that was a one-time only offer, unfortunately, so we missed out on it. Oops, sorry, chat's jumping. Oh, jeez. Lily CK is here. Hello, friend. Will not be baking tonight since I already baked 3 days this week at school, so I'll be listening while I paint since I don't get to do art during school weeks. Good news. I'm hoping next month we can schedule a paint night. It's starting to cool down. It's only 90 degrees right now. We're going to have a hot weekend, but I think over the next coming weeks it's going to start to cool down. So I'm hoping to be able to do some sort of Halloween-themed paint night on a Saturday this month. We'll see how that goes, but I think we can fit one in. Beer and Bug says I should smash up the Cinnamon Toast Crunch in a bag and get some rage out. I honestly did think about it, and the recipe just says crushed. But here's the thing. I've learned from the coffee cake, if you don't basically ground it into a powder, it gets stale really fast. I've also learned that from donuts. The bits get stale, so you have to mash it to a powder. The recipe doesn't say so, and it does show, let me double check, yeah. It shows pretty big chunks in there, but I don't really want stale cereal cookies. So, sorry, they're going to the food processor. Sam is here. Hello, friend, with her member for 24 months. Super chat, thank you so much. She is a Dan TV level member. You guys know if you are a member, obviously we do appreciate you. We haven't done anything for you guys in a few weeks because I've been down and out, but we are planning, hopefully, to squeeze in a podcast before Dan leaves for Vid Summit next week. There are no shows next week. So we will be streaming tonight, making cookies. Tomorrow, what are we doing tomorrow, Dan?
I think tomorrow we're going to do Pictionary.
All right. Yeah, we put off Pictionary a bunch, and that's one of our most fun shows that people get to partake in a lot, and it's a lot of fun. So we're going to do Pictionary tomorrow, and then we're done for a whole week. We will get the calendar up. I'll try to have that up by the 1st. But no Wednesday show next week, no Friday, and no Saturday show next week. Dan comes back Friday. He's going to be exhausted and have,
There will be live streams during the time I'm gone.
Yes, Dan will go live, so make sure you have your notifications on.
Disneyland on Tuesday.
Right,
and here and there, I'll make sure to go live and check in. So
if you guys don't know, Jess is coming out here. Her and Dan are going to Vid Summit for the week, and also to Disneyland on Tuesday. So if you guys want to see what's going on and check some live streams, if you're able to during the day, turn on your notifications so you know when he goes live and you can join in, or check back and just see. They'll still be up there for you to watch after the fact. So, you'll get that, but you won't get me or Terry for the week. But we'll be back the following Wednesday. I don't even know what date it is today, so I don't know what date that is, but the calendar will be up for October very shortly. Sam's member super chat says, miss seeing you guys and your sass, Crystal. Yeah, my sass has been turned down. Dan will argue that point, but the sass has been turned down. I slept a lot. A whole lot. Sorry, chat jumps. As soon as I try to scroll down, it jumps down to the bottom, and I have to go back up and figure out where I left off. We have one person here saying the voice doesn't match your voice doesn't match the sound, or the mouth doesn't match the sound. Are we correct on our timing there? I only see one person saying it. Let me know if you guys are having any issues with it. Doris with the super chat, thank you so much, friend, says, welcome back to Live Crystal Pets for all the kitties, and how is Kumiko doing? Kumiko's doing well. If you guys missed the update on RFS Cats on Facebook or Instagram, by the way, go follow if you haven't already. I try to remember to post occasionally on the Facebook RFS Cats, but I definitely post daily on the Instagram. Monday, if you guys saw Dan's live, he did take her to the vet, and she got her bandage changed and came home and decided she was done. That was enough. She tolerated the bandage as long as she possibly could, and by Tuesday evening, she tore the damn thing off. She was done. She just pulled it, down off of her leg, and the wound is closed up. She had to have surgery, so, they did some stuff in there, and they closed it up. It's closed up, but it was really, really red, so we weren't sure if she'd be okay with it left unbandaged, so Dan rushed her over to the vet. Luckily, the vet that we go to for things like this, and not regular checkups and stuff, is an emergency vet, so they're open until 8 p.m. So he was able to rush her over there, and they looked at it, they said, you know what, it's fine. They gave her a cream, basically kind of like a burn cream type of thing to help, and within 2 days it's already a much lighter shade of pink than red, so she's definitely healing up well. She wants to go outside. I would not be surprised if we hear her whining at some point. She wants to be outside. She's done. Are you using the mouse, or can I take it back? Yeah, can I take the mouse back? Okay. Beer and Bug wants to know if anyone has checked the mail lately. Dan? He's trying to check the sound right now. I don't think he's been over there lately to check the mail.
No, I won't be able to. I can go Monday morning.
Okay.
Sorry, but it's closed.
Well, but then we won't have a show for.
But I could at least.
Next time. Yeah, they're closed on the weekends. It's a Monday through Friday only. You can't even get to your P.O. boxes or anything. So, yeah, sorry. Sorry, Dad's got the mouse. I can't read anything else. Dr. Trey says, there are Cinnamon Toast Crunch donuts. You have to get them right as they come out. Otherwise, they get stale after an hour. Yeah, I've learned any donuts with cereal on the top, unless you watch them, pull the fresh cereal out and put it on there, don't get a donut with cereal on top. The cereal is stale. Doesn't matter how good the donut is, that cereal will be stale, and you will not want it. Speaking of donuts, I've had five donuts in the last week. Yay. Don't judge me. I am living my best life right now. 3 were jelly-filled, 1 was old-fashioned, and 1 was a crumb donut. Living my best life here. Cyber Husky baked some banana bread. Sorry, it jumped again. I don't know what else you said about that, because I don't know where that went. Yeah, they're saying some are saying it's good, some are saying it's like a half a little piece off. Dan's working on it still, guys. That's why I'm here. Marco is here. Hello, Marco. Are you going to the fair tonight, Marco? My mom is going to the fair. She was all up in arms today because she ordered tickets online, and she never got her email with her tickets, so she sat on the phone on hold for an hour. I asked her why she was going to the fair. She's just one of those people that, something's happening in town, she's got to go. But she's like, well, Train's playing. Well, we're not going to see him, but they have that one song. That one. Can anybody name the one? They have actually two that I think people could name, but can anybody name, just off the top of your head, a song by the band Train? Let me know when I can take the mouse back, because there's some super chats.
I love that we looked it up and I don't remember.
We did look it up. I remembered one of them. My mom mentioned the other one, and I did not remember that was them. Doris wants to know if Kamiko got the cone of shame. They did mention, like, you should put the cone on her if she messes with it. She didn't really mess with it too much, and she's going to be more angry and feisty if we put the cone on her, so we just kind of kept an eye on her. She honestly licked, like, the front of her leg more than the back of her leg, and she was just happy to, like, get all those spots she couldn't reach for 3 weeks she had that thing on almost. So she was just going everywhere. Marco also asked if we're going to the fair. I don't think we are. I think you asked that before I asked you, but I was scrolled up on the chat. Oh, Birabug says I sent something to the house. To the house, then yes. Which, by the way, if you guys don't know, our P.O. box looks like a house address. It doesn't say P.O. box. So sometimes people think they're sending to the house, but it actually goes to the P.O. box. A couple people do have the house address. But Dan did check the mail, I think, just yesterday, and there was nothing in there. Or nothing, like, significant. Amanda with, we jumped again, hold on. Amanda with member super chat, thank you so much. Crystal, I was in the sick boat too. Kidney stones are no joke, and passing them is even worse. Yeah, I am so sorry for you, friend. 3 ER visits, 2 hospital stays, and 1 surgery later. My kidneys still have stones in there. Oh, that's awful, friend. I hope you can get that taken care of, like, sooner rather than later and as painlessly as possible. Jody with the super chat, thank you so much. Pets for Mooch, Kamiko, started college courses again. Oh, awesome. Good deal. I hope that goes well for you. Marco will not be going to the fair. He's not trying to get shot. I can't argue that point. Afriel says Portland's Voodoo Donuts does them pretty fresh if you get the cereal tops there. Are they? We have one, is it the Universal City Walk that has a Voodoo Donuts?
I'm sorry, I'm behind you on a delay. Can I get one clap in a minute? Go ahead. I'll be back.
Okay, I was asking you a question. We do have a Voodoo Donuts. I think it's at Universal City Walk. I had them once. I was not very impressed. It's just not really my donut thing. But if you guys have been around for a while, you know my favorite donuts are cake donuts with, like, stupid stuff on top. We have the place out here that's been closed for like 1.5 years now. I'm so waiting for them to open. They have their new location. They have the sign up. It's been up for months. They're still not open. It's called Monster Donuts. You can check them out on Instagram. They make cake donuts, and only cake donuts with amazing flavor. Like, the cake donuts themselves have good flavor. The frosting complements well. They're so good. So good. But I still don't get their cereal donuts. Walton Real Life says, at least you have the control to make the donuts last over a week. I would have eaten all 5 at once. No, friend. Dan got donuts for us, was it Sunday? They were gone in like 2 days. They made it till Tuesday. And then yesterday at work, somebody brought donuts, and I ate one yesterday and then went halfway through the day, and there were still like half a dozen donuts there, and I'm like, I'm just going to grab another one for tomorrow, because otherwise they sit there and they just get stale. So I put it in a Ziploc so it wouldn't get stale. So, yeah. 2 days on a dozen box between the 3 of us, and then another batch of donuts came through. We got people finally coming around. Well, I'm finally coming around catching up to people who could name songs by train. Chris with Hey Soul Sister. That's the one I could not remember was them. PJ, of course. The music aficionado. Drops of Jupiter, Hey Soul Sister, and If It's Love. I don't remember If It's Love. Drops of Jupiter and Hey Soul Sister just remind me of working at the mall. They must have come out like late 90s, early 2000s, because they just remind me of working at the mall. Dale has never heard of them. You're not missing much. Marco said the sound was off now. Did you get it taken care of? Because I'm still behind on chat. Oh, sorry. Chris says, Crystal may be getting baked, but Amanda got stoned. Kidney stoned. Amanda, you can punch him in the arm for that. Oh, did you take the mouse again? Some people are saying the sound is fine, so I don't know. Leslie is here. Hello. So glad to see you, sister. Looking fabulous. Love you more. Love you. Miss you. I'm feeling much better. Still not 100%, but definitely functional. So that's good. Hannah is not a fan of cake donuts. It's a texture thing. Interesting. Huh. But you like cake? That's an interesting thing to be a texture thing that bothers you. Like, I wouldn't expect that to be, but that's interesting. Maggie Potts, hello and welcome to the Dan TV level membership. If you guys do not know already, you can go to the community tab. You can become a member. There is the RFS fam level. That gets you aside from this last month when I've been down and out, that'll get you every other week a podcast. I'm sorry, not a podcast, an audio recording of me and Dan, tentatively titled In the House, till we come up with something better. And every other Monday, if you are a Dan TV level member, you will get us watching our old vlogs. Watch us, our home movies. We're not really good with coming up with names. We just kind of describe what the things are. You can go back, if you become a member now, like Maggie did, you can go back and watch all the past, or listen to all the past podcasts, watch all the past home movies, and there should be a new podcast coming out. We're going to try to record that this weekend so Dan can put it up before he leaves, so that you guys, as members, have something new, and then when he comes back next weekend, we can record something else for you guys. Healer the Husky with a member for 18 months member super chat. Thank you so much. Hi, Crystal. I'm glad you're feeling better. I'm cooking cupcakes. Missed you. Aw, thanks, friend. What kind of cupcakes are you making? Sally is a girl after my own heart and loves all donuts. Pretty much, like, unless they're stale, a donut's a donut, and I will eat it. I will always eat the donut. Okay, I think our sound is good. Will Mooch get any bites of the dough? Probably not. There's not really much in here for him. He gets like cream cheese and stuff like that. If he wakes up and insists on it, he might get a little bit of butter, but he doesn't really need all that sugar and cinnamon and all that stuff. PJ, I'm not reading that. Stop trying to make my ALEXA play things. Dr. Detroit, thank you so much for reminding everybody. There are 87 of you guys here. If you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up. It does help us on the back end of things. Hannah says cake isn't my favorite. Depends. I don't know. Cake donuts just seem too dry to me. Okay, most of the time from like regular donut shops, absolutely. This Monster Donuts, like, friend, if I could take you there and have you get one of these delicious cake donuts, I would, because they specialize in cake donuts. It's not just like a kind of donut that they make, because I agree, like if you just get a sprinkle donut, they're usually pretty dry and boring, and hopefully they have enough frosting to balance that out. These ones are like deliciously moist cakes that happen to be in the shape of a donut with frosting and sometimes like candy bar or Pop-Tarts on top. It's amazing. Are you mousing or can I take it? I need to try to catch up. Marco says, vodka night. Nope, I'm on antibiotics. I don't think you're supposed to drink with antibiotics, so absolutely not. And I'm not 100%. We don't need to see me, like, crash to the ground. Hilo Husky's making yellow cake buttercream frosting for Sophie's late birthday. Awesome. Sounds delicious. Be around bug with the super chat. Hashtag Mooch love. I'm not sure whether that Pets for Mooch already came through or not, but I think I am finally caught up on all the chatty stuff. Fluffy snoring Mooch with Crystal sassing us and the chat flowing. The best way to spend a Friday night. Yes, and Mooch is totally snoring. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Nanda's here. Hi, Nanda. I'm back in the world of the living. I miss you, friend. Yay, Nanda hasn't been here in a while. Alright, guys, shall we make some cookies? Oh, before we do, Jasmine with the member super chat. You guys just want to sit here and chat with me, don't you? Thank you so much for being a member and for the super chat. Hi, Dan and Crystal. Got the popular sickness for the 4th time in a row from my college. Pray for me, please. Thank you all. I am so sorry. Feel better soon, friend. Oh, Nanda says it's actually Natalie. Hello, Natalie. Thank you for joining us tonight. We are making Cinnamon Toast Crunch cookies. Did you know you can make Cinnamon Toast Crunch into cookies? I'm going to show you how right now. Hannah says, it's been 3 weeks. We have lots to say. I get it. All right, so as usual, first, it is not 1,000,000 degrees. Let's go ahead and preheat our oven so it is ready to go when we are. We're going to preheat that to 350. Then we're going to go ahead and mix up our dry ingredients, our flour, our baking soda, our cinnamon, and our salt. So we're going to start with 2 cups of flour. Thank you, Jess. I did turn the oven on. Yeah, it's not 1,000,000 degrees now, so I don't have to wait. It's not going to heat up the house too much. It's been nice. It's been in like the 80s the last couple weeks. But like I said, it's going to be like 99 the next 3 days, I think. And then like high 90s for the rest of the week. So it'll be a little toasty again, but I think we'll survive. I think we're done with the 100 plus. All right, so to this, we are going to add a teaspoon of baking soda. What's up, Mooch? You just stretching? He's got one eye open again. just making sure. He heard some ingredients come out. He's not sure what they are, but he wants to make sure they're not for him. All right, teaspoon of baking soda. Half a teaspoon of salt and 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon. One, two, That's my favorite part about baking. Three, and a half a teaspoon of salt. Mark was suggesting that since Dan wears a suit on Dantics, you should wear an apron, hat, and fake mustache. Okay, hat is never going to happen, because see, I got these bumper bangs, so if I put a hat on, then this happens, and that's not a good look. There's no way I'm putting on a fake mustache. But I do have a cute little apron, and as it's starting to cool down, I can probably wear it again soon. It's just a little too much when it's so hot. Skydreamer says, saw your post on Instagram, and no, you're not a crazy cat lady. Aren't I, though? If you guys missed it, because I know some of you guys do not have Instagram, Dan snagged a video of me. I didn't even know he was recording. But I sat down on the ground to pet the cats, and Precious climbed in my lap, and then Topo wanted to be held, too. So Precious was laying on my lap, and I was holding Topo like a baby top bunkin' and trying to pet them both, which was an interesting task. But, yeah, sometimes more than one cat needs a snuggle. You just have to make it work. When it gets colder and I sit on the couch with a blanket, very often Mooch will climb under the blanket so he can get warm, because I'll usually sit with an electric throw blanket. And then Kamiko wants to snuggle and she'll climb on top of him. We call that bunk bedding, and she gets top bunk and just lays right on top of him like he's not even there, and he doesn't even care because it just makes it warmer. Alright, so there's our dry ingredients. And in our mixer we're going to do a cup, 2 sticks of butter, brought down to room temperature, and to that we're going to add half a cup of sugar and 3/4 cup of brown sugar. Oh, Athena says her kittens are 5 weeks old. Oh, what a fun age for kitties. I'm very envious. So first I'm going to throw in my dry ingredients and get the 2 sugars mixed up well, and then I will put the butter in there and mix them up. So it's going to be half a cup of regular white sugar. Oh, Marco says if I did all that, I could look like the cat behind me. my shut the fuck up cakes cat. I don't know if I could rock a chef's hat. It's not really very cute. Alright, and then 3/4 cups. 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar. 2 3/4. Oh, now we're getting baked. We are. Finally. It feels good to be back in the kitchen. I did make so I made that cake when we were live streaming, and then I made chocolate chip cookies for my old man boss Joe, because it was his birthday actually today. Today he is 82 years old and did not want to talk about it. He does not like to talk about his birthday. He doesn't want anybody to do anything for his birthday. One of the guys bought him lunch, and I'm pretty sure he was mad about it. But I made him a batch of chocolate chip cookies and brought those to him on Monday, and he was very excited. I told him he was not allowed to eat them all in one day. Hold on, my paddle's messy. So he took them home, and I asked him if he shared them with his wife, and he said, oh, I don't know if she had any, but I'm only eating one a day. I don't need more than that. And I thought that was pretty damn cute. So I made those, and then I made some pistachio muffins, so I could have muffins for breakfast, and then just ate donuts all week. But I can eat muffins anytime. Donuts don't last forever. Alright, before I put the paddle on, I'm just going to whisk these two sugars together a little bit, kind of get them blended before I add all my butter. And then 2 whole sticks of butter, because these are really healthy cookies.
Yay. Butter's natural.
When it's room temperature, it often sticks to the wrapper. I am really liking cooking with real butter, though, or baking with real butter. It makes a big difference. Where is Terry tonight? She's over there on the couch. She's chilling.
I am. I'm waiting. Excited.
All right, so it says to mix this together until light and fluffy for 3 to 4 minutes. So it's 6:26 right now. We're gonna let this go till about 6:30. My Life's Wicked Adventure says, I started a skeleton fundraiser. It's falling to pieces.
Shut up.
Afriel wants to know, do you ever use the wrappers to grease the pans? Yes, absolutely. When I'm doing like a cake or a coffee cake, something like that, where I'm putting it in the pan and I'm not using a spray and I'm going to like grease and flour the pan, yes. But with the cookies, I just do the silpat mat. So no, I will not be using those to grease. But yes, I do know that trick, and if you guys don't, save your butter wrappers and use it to grease your pans. That way you don't have to use excess butter, and there's quite a bit on there, and because it's wrapped in like a waxy paper, all of it will come off. Like it won't soak in like if you're using a paper towel to smear butter on there. Doris says, Dan, YouTube finally let me know you're live. It's a bit late to the party. Oh, well, at least you were here prior to it letting you know. Unauthorized wants to know, out of all the cats, what's your most favorite? Look, I can't not say Mooch. Mooch is my baby. He likes to snuggle me in bed with his head on the pillow under the covers. But, you know, then he becomes my least favorite when at 3 in the morning he's trying to take the heater vent off and climb under the house, or just running through the house squawking, or any of the various, like, horrible things that he does that piss me off. But come on, it's Mooch. It's my old grumpy old man. Oh, you got some eye goop, bud. I got you. I got you. You're a little late to the butter party. Do you smell it now? But Precious is quickly moving up the ranks. The minute my butt hits the couch, he's next to me. I came home for lunch, sat on the couch, he was right next to me, rolls over onto his back and just smiles and lets me rub his belly. He's a good cat. He's a really good cat. Dale says, that's like asking a parent which is their favorite child. It's true. There's things I like about all of them, absolutely. Topo comes and rubs all over my legs and wants to be held like a baby, which is a relatively new thing he's been doing the last few months. He did not used to like to be held at all, and then he started being okay with being held, but you had to hold him, like, upright correctly. Now he likes to be held, and actually, like, you pick him up, and he kind of leans his head back, like he's ready to be held backward. So, yeah, he's getting cuddlier. Kitty always wants to come snuggle, like she stays in the bedroom and wants to snuggle. As soon as I go lay down in bed, she's all over me. She likes to be pet so she can feel it, and I kind of love that about her. Rizzo does her little standing up and reaching for your hand when she wants pets. Come on, that's adorable. How can you not love that? And Kamiko, she's just a sassy bee. Come on. Yeah, I love them all. They all have good qualities. Linda says, Crystal, important. Please make your choices from my email. Hoping to send parcels soon. Oh, yes. Please, if you are here at the end of the show, remind me again, or Dan, maybe you can jot down a little note for me to go reply to her email. That email is like separate, it's not on my phone, so I have to go onto the computer and log into it. But yes, I will get back to you hopefully tonight. We did talk about it, but I got sick and I never responded back to you, so I apologize for that. Doris says, I saw the Snow Dogs vlog just today with the kitties in it and thought, uh-oh, don't show Crystal, she'll take them all home. Yeah. It's a real hazard in my life that I will just take all the cats. Please bring them all to me. I will say I was very excited this week. So I came to work on Monday. If you guys remember, if you follow the RFS Cat's Instagram, Precious had a little buddy at work. We called him Stripers. Some of the guys called him Ivan. I'm not really sure why. But, you know, cats always have multiple names. And in the few weeks before I took Precious, Stripers wasn't really around. And that was kind of what pushed me into making the decision to go ahead and take Precious, because I worried that like something happened to Stripers and I would be heartbroken if something happened to snuggly, lovable Precious, because he's such a good cat and wasn't meant to be outside. So I went ahead and took him home. Didn't see Stripers for like weeks. And like he was there most every day, but sometimes he wouldn't be there for a day or two. We're all kind of convinced he has a home somewhere. Like somebody feeds him on the regular. We're in like a business area, but there are a scattering of houses through the area. Oddly, like right next to businesses. It's really kind of a weird area. But I haven't seen Stripers for literally months. And when I went into work on Monday, and my old man boss Joe came in, he said, "Hey, your gray cat came in." I'm like, "Gray cat? There's no gray cats." He's like, "Yeah, the one that's the buddy of the one you took home." And I said, "Stripers?" He said, "Yeah, he was here on Saturday." So I opened the door and let him in. He came and climbed around on my desk, and then he has another chair like on the other side of his desk. He said he curled up on the chair and went to sleep for a while, and that made my heart happy. So that was Monday. And then yesterday, when I went outside in the morning to feed the cats, I saw a little flash run around the corner, and I went and peeked, and it was Stripers, and he was running around the back of the building. He didn't want breakfast, but he was out there eating. Somebody comes and dumps dry food on occasion, so he was out there eating the dry food, but he does exist. He is alive. He's okay, and I was very happy. And then this morning when I went to work, he was rubbing all over the door when I went outside to go feed them, so I was able to pet him a little bit, and that made me happy. So Precious's buddy is still alive and well, and survived. But I'm convinced he lives somewhere. For him to not come around that often, or like for that much time, not even to come for food, he's got someone else taking care of him. Beer and Bug saw a tweet with Crystal Energy. "We can only be friends if you're kind of a bitch. Not a full-on bee, that's no fun. If you're not a bee at all, I'll scare you off. Halfway bees, those are my soul sisters." I'm saying. That sums me up pretty damn well. Is this you telling us you're getting another cat? No. No, absolutely not. Do you know how many are in this house? It's kind of ridiculous. It really, like, 5 is okay, 6 pushes it. 6 is really, really pushing it, so, yeah, no. There is no intention to get a new cat around here. Sorry. Again, I would love to have all the cats, but do you know how much we have to clean the litter boxes? Like, it's entirely too much. And you know cats puke a lot? Like, just in general. When you have 1 cat, maybe it doesn't seem like a lot. When you have 6 cats, like, it's multiple times a week. It's too much. Don't get more cats. Dale wants to know what is on my shirt. It says The Bouncing Souls. It's a band. They're really good, and you should check them out. How I Spent My Summer Vacation is the album I recommend you start with.
Last night, I pulled stuff out of the dryer. Can you scoot over a little bit? And, thank you. And then...
Nope, I guess I was the right way.
I dropped one of the towels on the ground and put the clothes on the bed, or the towels on the bed, and came back for the towel, and in that amount of time, Topo sat next to the towel and barfed on the towel.
Yeah.
So they ran by and barfed on the towel and kept going. So
this is life with cats.
It happens.
Hannah seems to think we have room for like 6 more cats. We do. They're outside. We take care of them too. Don't you worry. Ooh, cookies with glaze. That's my jam. Oddly enough, that's the exact same thing Terry said right before we started. Yes, these cookies do have a glaze on them, which is absolutely the jam. Look, guys, let me tell you a secret. Even if cookies don't have a glaze, you could make one. Dan, do you remember the time Holly came over with some oatmeal cookies and she was complaining the like mother's oatmeal cookies, and she was like, "Man, these don't have much glaze on them." I think she got like the knockoff brand or something. I was like, "Girl, I got you." Powdered sugar, milk, vanilla if you want, or some sort of other extract to add some flavoring. Make your own glaze. Put a glaze on everything. Coffee cake, cookies, I don't care what it is. Put glaze on everything. Why do cats puke so much? Probably because they eat too fast. I think that's the main concern that we have around here. But those slow feeding bowls are not cheap when it's times 6. So we've been trying to separate them further when they eat so that they don't see each other and feel like it's a competition. That seems to help sometimes. They're cats. They're all a-holes. That's really all there is to it. Marco says Deanna's awfully hushed tonight.
I'm here! We haven't done a proper stream in a month, so I was making sure everything.
Make sure everything works on the back end.
Yeah, I was making sure everything was working right. I'm here though. You can see my hands.
Lily says, "Have you thought about bringing Precious with you so Stripers can play with Precious?" The problem is Stripers is not there on the regular, and Precious would hang out all day long. Stripers would be in and out. And some days he wouldn't even show up. So then I just bring the cat to work, and then I'm stuck with the cat at work. He did not like to travel. When I brought him home, he was pissed. He screamed the entire time, and he's a pretty silent cat. He's chirpy when he jumps up and gives you love and stuff. But he squawked like I've never heard him squawk. So no travel unless he has to. I feel bad. I took his buddy, but I don't know. It is what it is. Dale says, "I'm glad I asked now because I thought it looked like a lion." It is. Can you see it? This logo was actually on a poster from a show that I went to in Arizona. I went to go see Terry and we went to a show and they made this poster, which I purchased. And I love the logo, and so I found it on Redbubble and purchased it. I missed it. Are these going to be a baked cookie or more like Rice Krispie treat? Baked cookie. I'm just dragging it out. Here we are. I haven't talked to anybody in like 2 weeks. Come on. We'll be here forever. All right. What are we doing next? Mixing in egg and vanilla just until combined. Auntie Ange says, also they are passionate groomers, talking about cats, and end up with plenty of fur on the inside. That can cause kitties to throw up as well. Yeah, Rizzo is not much of a food puker, but because she's long-haired, she gets the hairballs quite often. Terry finally, for the first time, actually heard Rizzo get sick, and she makes the most adorable noises. Like, as much as Mooch, like, will howl and scream to make sure everybody knows his stomach hurts, Rizzo's like, ah! Like, she's scared, like, what the hell is happening? It's horrible for her, I'm sure, but it's really adorable. So 2 teaspoons of vanilla going into here. I'm just going to add this to the egg, and then I can add it all into the batter at once. Nancy is here. Hello, friend, with the super chat. Thank you so much. Missed you, friend. She says, I'm late. Fell asleep. So glad you're back. Yay. Me too. It feels good to be back in the kitchen baking again. All right, so we're adding our egg and our vanilla to our butter sugar mixture here. Dora says, now that's the appropriate size vanilla bottle. Yeah, this vanilla is pretty good. This is a Madagascar premium vanilla, much like all the fancy-looking vanillas that I get. I try not to get the crappy imitation stuff, but the good stuff's expensive. But I got this on clearance for $7 at like a Home Goods or a TJ Maxx or something. I do a lot of that for my vanillas. I highly recommend you do the same. TJ Maxx, Home Goods, Ross, and what's the other one? Marshall's. Check their food section. They often have a lot of, and I've talked about it before if you guys have been here for a while, they often have a lot of like jellies and spices and things like that that you can get for a decent price, and unique things that you won't really see elsewhere. Mouse is jumpy, sorry. Daisy Games member for 11 months with the member super chat. Thank you so much for being a member. Thanks for being here. And thanks for the super chat. Says I'm on vacation in Illinois and a storm is supposed to hit Florida when I get back. Oh no. So I'm on the move constantly, it seems like. Oh. Well, I hope you're having fun on your vacation at least. Christine read that almost all vanilla comes from Madagascar. Hey Dan. Tell me about vanilla from Madagascar.
Madagascar is the leading producer of vanilla?
Like 2/3 of the world's vanilla comes from Madagascar. That was a Dantix question, and Dan did it for a canned show and repeated it like 500 times, so it's one of our fun facts that Dan will know forever. Bierbeck with another super chat with more hashtag pets for Mooch. Thank you so much. Mooch is the cutest long kitty right now. Yeah, he's all stretched out. Oh, I don't think you guys can see his face. He's like face down. He loves that new bed. That's his favorite. Linda says, Crystal, how was your mom's trip to Jason's? It was good. She just got back last night. She had a lot of fun. She was there for Bradley's 4th birthday. My little nephew turned 4 on Wednesday. When I got home from work, I FaceTimed them and talked to him for a bit. He was very, 4-year-old manic all over the place. But I got to talk to them for birthday cake time and sing happy birthday to him. And hold on, I'll show you guys because it was pretty damn adorable. Also, Jason's at a wedding with an open bar right now and just texted me. It's so good. He's having lots of fun. Alrighty. How cute is this, you guys? Oh, also, you know when like kids are in the bath and you like wash their hair and put it up in a mohawk? Bradley is not a fan of that at all and like screams his head off and like, I don't want a mohawk. mohawk. Apparently on his 4th birthday, as he was getting ready for school, he requested to have a mohawk, like Uncle Dan. And for his birthday, he also requested a strawberry cake with strawberry frosting, which is Uncle Dan's favorite. And he was pretty excited when I showed him that we also had a strawberry cake in the fridge.
Dang, looks like someone's going on Maury.
So yeah, that was pretty cool. I didn't get to be there for his birthday, but I did get to sing him happy birthday and see him all smiley and happy and eating his cake. And unfortunately, because I was sick, his birthday gifts will be getting there late because that was not a priority in my life while I was just trying to live. But he'll get his birthday gifts tomorrow, and we'll FaceTime, and I'll get to talk to him while he opens them. And he sent my mom back with a little gift for me that I just threw in my purse, and I'll open that when I'm talking to him too. So yeah, he loves me, and I love him. He's just the best. Dale says, I thought, at least at one time anyway, TJ Maxx and Marshalls were both owned by the same parent company. They may be, I believe so, and I know Home Goods too. I think Home Goods and TJ Maxx are the same company as well. So you find a lot of crossover. Like, we have a Home Goods with a TJ Maxx across the street and a Marshalls right up the street, and sometimes we'll like do the lap, and you'll just find the same stuff at all 3 of them. Dale was asking if his birthday gifts from you guys got to them on time. No, but he doesn't care. It's the birthday that goes on forever. Kids don't care. Hey, Dan, why are cats so good at video games?
I don't know. Why are cats so good at video games? I don't know.
Because they have 9 lives.
Oh my gosh. Oh jeez. Who said that? Was that like a Jody T?
It was Jody. No, you're mixing up Jody and Jess. Jess T and Jody.
Oh my gosh. That was good though.
Sorry, I have to read the update on the drunk Jason at the wedding.
Oh, what's the update?
I don't think I can read most of these words. There's 90s R&B.
Nice.
I'm not going to tell you that part. Everybody's singing at the top of their lungs, and the DJ is egging them on. So, awesome. The last wedding he went to, there was no alcohol, so him and Sandy tried to sneak alcohol in, and they got searched, and the alcohol got confiscated, so he's very happy to have an open bar. Okay, so it's time to add dry ingredients, but before we do, Dan, I'm going to need you on the mic in a minute, because I'm going to have to food process, which gets very, very loud.
Okay, just let me know before you do it.
I will let you know.
Marco says that DJ's the hype man.
Yes. Alright, so we want 1.5 cups of crushed Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal. So actually I need to get my other measuring cup because this one's only 1 cup. Well, what kind of wedding doesn't allow alcohol? No wedding I want to be at. I'm trying to find faces. Can you see the face?
Oh, nice. It looks like somebody scrabbled it with their opposite hand.
Yes, most of them you can't really see very well, but some of them you can sort of see. Yes, I know. Some people have religious reasons for no alcohol. Some people do it because of the cost. There's plenty of reason, but, like, weddings are so much more fun when people get drunk. I say that as somebody who was dropped on a dance floor once by a drunk person. Not Dan. Made sure to get you off the hook on that one. You need some? Alright, so we want 1.5 cups. I tried to measure a little high because it's... They never tell you, like, is it 1.5 cups after I crush it? Because there's a big difference. There's lots of gaps in there with the cereal, but we'll find out.
None of mine had faces.
None of them? Alright, Dan. Turn down for what? Let's see how much that comes to. Sorry, I'm choking on my cinnamon toast crunch. Chris says everything's more fun when people get drunk. Or you think it's more fun if you're drunk. Why do you think we're trying to get hashtag vodka for Crystal trending? Maybe in a few weeks. I don't know, I haven't drank in a while. Not like I'm not drinking, just like, I just don't really drink that much. I know you guys have seen it quite a bit here on the show, but I don't really like the feeling of being drunk. I actually measured that quite well. That's just about 1.5 cups. I think we're good there. And one more bit to top me off. Jordan is here. Hey, just popping in for a second. Did my super chat go up? I'm not seeing it. No, friend, I don't see it. And I think you said last time you were here you had trouble with it as well. I don't know. Alright. So with the mixer on low, we're going to blend in our flour mixture just until combined, taking care not to overmix. We don't want our dough to become tough.
Yeah, because that'll be one tough cookie.
Yeah, I see what you did there. Alright, so we're just going to do this on low just until it's mixed in, and then we're going to hand fold in the cinnamon toast crunch bit. Marco says the older you get, the harder the hangover and longer to recover. That's the big issue for me. Alright. There's a little on the sides, but I'm going to mix that in by hand. Jordan says, I tried to send it twice, it won't send. I just want to see how you were doing. I just popped in before I went to bed. I'm doing much better, friend. Thank you for asking. I'm on antibiotics, and within about 48 hours of starting that, and it's only one pill a day, but it's stronger than the ones they had me on, and by the second dose, I was already starting to feel better, so within a week or so, I should be back to 100%. By the time you guys see me here baking again in 2 more weeks, I will be good. I hope. That's the goal. Wilton says, I haven't gotten truly drunk since 2017 when I drank after having a cavity filled. That was dumb. Yeah, probably not the best idea. Again, aside from the fact that I don't really drink much anyway, another reason why I'm not drinking tonight, I am on antibiotics, and I don't think you're supposed to mix the two. Alright, so take this off of here. If they give your cat amoxicillin, can a human take it? Most pet medicines are the same as human medicines, but in different dosages. So, you don't want to mess around with antibiotics because you can build up a resistance if you don't take it properly. So, I mean, it's not going to kill you.
No.
But you should not take it.
No, there's no medical advice being given.
Although they did tell us to give the cats Benadryl for allergies.
Yeah, and it made Mooch's mouth foam everywhere.
It did. It was really weird, and Dan never wanted to do that again.
No, I did. That was it for me.
You were all about, like, we're going to fix the allergies. And, because Kamiko's very sneezy all the time. They're like, she just has allergies. It's fine. Give her some Benadryl. But they're going to foam at the mouth a little bit when they take it. And we're like, yeah, that's fine. No problem. Well, apparently Mooch and Kamiko switched bowls because then Mooch came in just drool pouring out of his mouth bad. And Dan was very freaked out and decided that's never happening again. Jess says, I gave Memphis Pepsid for her ulcer. Doctor instructed, of course. Yes, yeah, always check with your doctor before you give your pets or yourself anything. Doris says, I had to give Reese Benadryl too, his poor allergies. Yeah, it's rough out there. Alright, so this was a pretty wet dough, and then I'm adding the 1.5 cups of mashed up Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and it's starting to get a little bit thicker, so I was a little concerned about if I had put too much in there, because I wasn't sure how it was measuring before or after crushing. But I think we're good here. Yeah, it's thickening up. All right, let's do this. So, scoop about 3 tablespoons of cookie dough onto prepared cookie sheets about 1 inch apart and bake for 10 to 12 minutes. Let's double check. We are perfectly at 350. You did a good job changing that, whatever that thing is called in the oven, Dan.
The thermal sensor?
Yes, problem solved. Good job.
Yay. It is like a $30 part.
And it saved the day, and we didn't even have to call a repairman. Alright, so we just got bits of Cinnamon Toast Crunch up in here, and we're going to do blobs on here. I don't want to make them too big.
My favorite part is when I can start to smell it, Fred.
Huh. Right now the oven just smells like burning. It looks clean, but something must have dripped somewhere in there because something's been smelling when the oven's been on lately. I feel like these are just a little bit too big. I don't know how much they're going to spread, so I don't want to make them too big on the first batch until I know how they're going to spread. How does the dough taste? Hold on a minute and I'll tell you. Cinnamon Toast Crunchy. Yeah. Yeah, that's good stuff.
That's good. That's gonna work, Fred.
Mm-hmm. We'll see how it cooks up, but yeah, it's very buttery because there's 2 whole sticks of butter in it, and Cinnamon Toast Crunchy. Apparently, lots of you guys' animals have to take Benadryl. Allergies are a real problem for pets, just like they are for people.
This dough looks different than normal dough.
It does. That's why I'm scared to make the cookie blobs too big.
It looks very Cinnamon Toast Crunchy.
It does. I missed it. Did you put eggs in the dough? 1 egg. There is 1 egg only in here. But 2 sticks of butter. Alright, so we're going to cook that we're going to start with 10 minutes and see how that goes. Alexa, set a 10-minute timer. She whispered back to me. Instead of loudly saying, "Do you want me to whisper?" she just whispered back to me. That was kind of creepy. I don't like whispering. Are you going to do the cookie cup trick every time, friend? Every time I will do that now. Yeah, absolutely. Aside from the fact that it makes them look nice because it makes them well-rounded, it seems to keep you from getting like crispy edges, which some people are into that sort of thing. I'm not. I like them to be a little bit thicker and chewier. So, yes, I will do that every damn time. Christine, with the super chat, thank you so much. This sounds yummy. It really does. I'm really hoping they cook well. Oh, Dan, I need side cam.
Okay. Hold on.
Hannah says I sent you a pic on Messenger. Okay, hold on. Hold on. The Mooch petting is backwards. Oh. Side cam, please. Sorry, I don't know which way this is aiming. Bear with me. I promise he's alive, you guys.
Look, I deserve it.
I don't know how to aim it properly. It's hard to tell, but his tongue is sticking out. He is fully unconscious. He's breathing, though. His chest is going up and down, but yeah, this cat is done. There's no cream cheese. He needs no part of any of this. There we go. Foxy Koala with the Mooch Pet Super Chat. Thank you so much. We're all lined up again. One says creepy a little bit. He is a hard napper. Yes, he is. He is absolutely done. I kind of love a little bit. Are you blipping? Oh, your eyes open more now, and that's kind of creepy. Can you not? Helen is here. Helen with her member for 28 months super chat. Thank you so much. Says, hi, Crystal and Dan, everyone in the chat. I have finally got the chance to join you all. Hope you're doing well. I finally got the chance to join you all. I haven't been here in 3 weeks, but I'm alive again. I'm doing well. Judy, Lacey, hello, friend, with the super chat. No message, but thank you so much for the super chat, and that will get you some Mooch Pets. Judy says, welcome home, Crystal. Today is National Redheads Day. Aw. Who knew? Not me. Nobody told me. They like to keep that from me because, you know, they don't want me to get a big red head. They don't tell me. Nobody tells me. Shannon is here. Hello, Shannon. So glad you are feeling better. Me too. It's nice to be back amongst the world of the living. What's up, Dan?
I got a new fanny pack.
Well, I'll let you show it off because I need to blow my nose real
These
quick.
things have come back into fashion again. Let me tell you all. So, when I was a kid, we had fanny packs, and they were in neon colors. I had like 3 or 4 of them. I had like a Turtles one, and I had one that was just purple and neon. Oh, I had a denim one. It was ugly. And then, like, fanny packs are stupid, but now they're functional again. I had an old one, but it was tired, so I got this JanSport one, like, yesterday. I'm gonna take it with me to Disneyland and vid some. It'll carry cameras and stuff in it. It fits there. I wish I had one more little pocket on the back, but it's made out of JanSport material, which is rad, and it's got, like, the JanSport hooks on it, so that's kind of cool. And it's got, like, nice stitching in it. I'm going to use it a lot because I'm going to take a lot of quarters with me to smash pennies, or, like, to pay to smash the pennies. Remember how, like, last year I was doing smash pennies at Disneyland? So, I don't know.
Christine says fanny packs are never in fashion. I'm with you, friend. Do you remember when we took Blake to Universal Studios and, like, oh, you take your kid somewhere and, like, pick a souvenir, what do you want? And he discovered fanny packs for the first time at, like, 8 years old. And he thought it was the greatest thing ever. It's
great. They, like, hold the stuff, and I can, like, kung fu fight. I can do anything with it.
Because you do a lot of kung fu fighting.
Right. I got some of your smashed pennies. Yeah, so, Dan, you messed up. You need a Gucci fanny pack? Oh, no worries. This thing you can put anywhere.
Stop it.
Dude, you can put it anywhere you want. So it could be for the Gucci, it could be for the boobie, it could be for anywhere you want. You can wear it on your forehead. You know, it's up to you.
Dan, hold on. Just so you know, the dads wear it like this.
Right. I'm a dad.
Right, but if you want to be one of the cool kids, this is how the cool kids wear them now. I think you have to, like, loosen it more. But this is what the kids are doing.
What is this, Pierre? I'd kick my ass if I walked around like this. I'm just telling you,
that's how the kids are wearing them. See, look, Hannah says she thinks they're fine if you wear them cross-chest. She's of the generation I speak of.
No.
You don't know. That's how the kids are wearing them.
You don't know. I don't want a satchel. I have a fanny pack for my donk. And I'm going to put it in there.
Linda, who is from the UK, where fanny means something completely different, says it's a man's version of a handbag, purse for the US. We actually, I call it a crap sack. Because it's my sack full of crap.
And so it's my, I'm going to have to carry a bunch of change in there so I can bring back a bunch of smashed things for giveaways and stuff. Last time people were like, well, just let me know, I would have bought one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It takes some pre-orders?
It takes some pre-orders for Disneyland pennies. So that'll hold that. It'll hold a bunch of, like, our cameras, like Jess will be here and stuff, so I'll have, like, cameras and stuff. Especially when we go, like, to the Vid Summit, it's, like, easy just to, like, put, like, under your, like, your jacket or whatever.
Yeah.
I like this.
Alright.
It looks, I mean,
Do you
have one too? You wear it around your...
I don't have a fanny pack.
It's the same thing. It holds all the stuff. I like it. Man purse. I don't want it to be a man purse. It's a fanny pack. Man purses are for people that get perms. Do you have a perm?
Marco wants to know why not just a backpack?
Because I already have. It's hot. Like, I wear it on my back. That's stupid. I can wear it around my side hip by my fanny. Marco.
The consensus seems to be that I am right.
Marco, you'd like it if it said Dickies.
Wilton says, were they really meant to be worn on the butt? I wore mine up front. I feel like people would steal out of them if it was behind me. Yeah, I think everybody always just wore them on the front.
I follow this stupid wrestling account where it's called like wrestling fanny packs or something like that, and it's like every 80s and early 90s like Bret Hart and Hogan and out in public doing meetings, and everybody's got a fanny pack on it. like Sid Justice had like the big Sid Vicious had like
cool.
he had like the hugest one. It's just when they came out. Everybody's got a fanny pack onto their picture. It's so bad. I love it.
Marco says you're gonna get swamp butt.
I'm not gonna get swamp butt. I'm like, look, I don't like stink very much, so like I won't get swamp butt.
Uncle Yukon says you should wear it across your chest so your boob sweats like a woman.
No, I don't like your I don't like your words.
Scott wants to know if you remembered to get your button-up shirt this week. He put it off to the last minute, but we ordered some stuff on Amazon for him to try on that should be here tomorrow.
Amazon holds my fate now. Yeah.
One of them was already delayed.
Really?
Yeah.
I just won't.
Libby's Cave is here. Hello,
Hi.
friend. Thank you for joining us with her member for 6-month super chat. Thank you so much. Finally here. I started my live TV broadcast season with the college I'm attending. The first week in October, I will not make it to any of the shows. Don't worry. I don't think we have any shows.
Yeah, I won't be making it either.
Well, the first weekend. We'll have... we'll post a calendar.
Enjoy class. I'm going to hang out with my fanny pack.
Brittany says Dan wants to wear the wrestling belt, but the fanny pack will have to be.
I just wish it had one more zipper on the side so I could put my wallet in the back. But I really like this thing. That's all. The end.
Helen says, Mimi, I want a squished penny.
Yeah?
It smells like we're cooking Cinnamon Toast Crunch in here, you guys.
It really does.
Like, for reals, it smells like hot Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and it's amazing.
I can't wait.
Which is so unconscious. Done. Oh, Hannah, thank you, yes. Squirrels.
Did you make sure that you made sure it was at the right temperature before we put it in? It was all good to go? Yay.
Linda wants you to try wearing it on your leg.
I could, but I don't, I'll fall.
Marco wants to know if you're going to carry your shit shoes in your fanny pack.
Well, I'm going to carry them over to your house. Or I'm going to take them, and I'm going to turn them sideways, and stick it up your... You didn't stop me.
I'm sorry, I was distracted. I need side cam. Hannah sent me this apparently on Thursday, and I never checked my... You guys know I don't check my anything on anything. Cinnamon Toast Crunch creamy cinnamon spread? I don't know that I've seen that. I've seen the like powder. I don't know. Have I seen the spread? What do you put it on? I can see that you've already used it. Please tell me. Do you just make toast, or what are you doing? I need more information.
A spoon, Fred.
Terry says just a spoon.
Spoon in the mouth. Where's Vid Summit? It's LA.
LA.
It's in LA.
With the cool kids.
The cool kids, like we don't live here. Like I'm going somewhere special.
Hannah says toast, bread, Ritz crackers. Oh, I bet that's good with like the butteriness. Oh. Take a photo of Mooch for your Instagram. You're the best. This is why I love you.
Oh, that was cool.
He's so conked out. Oh, no, side cam again. Oh my god, it smells so good. I'm so excited for these.
Yeah,
so,
that's pretty good.
I'm going to take them out. I'm going to let them cool. I'm going to put another batch in because I have to make an icing for them, but they have to cool before I can put that in. You saw it here first.
Creepy.
I kind of love it. Wait, can I have a sip of your juice?
Yeah, I think it needs an ice cube.
It needs like 3 ice cubes. Yeah, that's room temperature. Alexa, stop. Okay, they didn't spread too much. They're like normal. I think we're good. I don't want to overcook them. Does your camera reach over here? Because I don't know that everybody's seen my cup trick.
Maybe.
So if you guys have not seen this yet, I did post
Let me see if I can get this to happen.
Dan's trying to fix the camera so you guys can see, but if it doesn't work, I'll show you on the next batch, because I'll do it again next time. Oh, that's a big cookie.
I'm trying, but are you already done?
Yeah, but I'll have another batch.
I don't know what it's doing.
No.
It was fine, and then it's not.
Sally says, my daughter showed me that cup trick. It really works. It absolutely does. Oh, Christine, I'm sorry. I turned off her game with Alexa. Sorry. Sound was off, but it came back. Okay, so I'm going to do another batch, and hopefully we can get that camera working, and I can show you guys what I did. But basically, you take a cup or a bowl or something like, you know, roughly a little bit bigger than your cookies, and you put it over the top and swirl. And it kind of pulls in the edges a little bit. It works really well on the chocolate chip cookies. It like thickens them up a little bit. Makes them rounder, makes them a little bit thicker. If you like crispy edges, don't do it. But it also works really well if you do it straight out of the oven to keep them from sticking. I've noticed that's a big feature of it too. Because even if you put it on a Silpat or you spray or whatever you do for the non-stickiness, you let them sit for a few minutes and you're still losing little bits on the tray. Even if it's non-stick. But if you do the cup trick, it unsticks it right away, and so then you don't lose the bits. Hannah says, I used the cup trick on my last batch of cookies. Was your cookie base with Butterfinger pieces? Oh, yum. Sally says, worked on both peanut butter and chocolate chip. Yeah, I've seen it around for a while, but just never thought about doing it, and then I saw it like right before I made some cookies, and was like, I'll try it and see what happens. Game changer. Makes the cookies so much better, I promise you. Especially the chocolate chip ones. They do tend to get a little crispy and like thinner around the edges, or any batter you have that is going to get a little thinner and crispier around the edges. If you don't like that sort of thing, pulls that in, makes the cookie a little bit like thicker and chewier and delicious. Brittany says, no losing the bits. I want all the cookies. Same, friend. Let's not waste any cookie bits. Doris says, I shall have to try this if I make cookies sometime. Absolutely. You could probably even do it with like a slice and bake. Like, if you're not the kind of person who makes stuff from scratch, doesn't matter. Any cookie, just do it. Marco says, Dan, are you going to LA with your fanny pack? If so, be careful. LA is really bad right now. Well, I think it's really bad all the time.
I mean, if my fanny's packed already, then I have no problem.
Yeah, Uncle Yukon says, LA is always bad. Yes. Jody says, I want to snuggle the Mooch. He wants to be snuggled. I assure you. He sure loves this bed. He likes the little, like, curl up in a ball beds, but he, like, stretches out on this one and makes the best of it. I think I got all the chatty bits. Oh, did you unplug me?
I just all had a meltdown over here. I don't know what happened. Like, everything's, like, shut off.
Oh, well, that's fun.
I don't know.
Is his toy heated? No, not right now. It's still pretty warm. It's 85 outside, and yeah, we have the air on, but the oven is on. He is going to love it for sure when we do it. We'll use it more in the wintertime because he loves the heating pad, the electric blankets, all that stuff, so we will definitely make the most of that in the wintertime. Hey, did you hear us talking about you? Time to readjust? He's not awake. He's moving, but he is not awake.
That's that good.
You alright? Maybe? I don't know. Hannah is working on a Nightmare Before Christmas blanket. Found out I somehow fudged up and it will be about half the size the pattern calls for. Oh no. So now I have to make twice as many squares. Boo! Is it, you're crocheting it? Interesting. That sounds like a lot of complicated work, but that'll be fun. Afriel says it's a toss-up which is cuter on the bed, Snow Dogs or Mooch. He's fighting for that position. He's not awake. Not even a little bit. Are you okay, bud? Hi, there you are. You good? Little zombie? Alright, let's see if we can get these onto a cooling rack. Yeah, I don't think you guys can see from there, but I can literally just pick them up with my hands since I did the cup trick, and they're not even a little bit stuck. If we can't get it working, there is a short video of me doing it on the Getting Baked with Crystal Facebook group. I did make a video showing you guys how that worked. Lily says, I have to say as a culinary student, I have seen the cup trick, but I have not done it. You should try it, friend. It's easy, and it makes the cookies better, and it makes them easier to take off of the rack. So there's really, or off the cookie sheet, there's really no reason not to do it. Oh, Beer on Bug says, I just dumped a 32-ounce cup of iced tea all over my floor. Oh, boo. Griffin spotted the mooch. Does he want a friend? Oh, did you hear your name again? There's food happening and your name was spoken? Lily says, I'll try it on the next batch of cookies I make. Yeah, you totally should. I will not make cookies without doing it anymore. That's the way to go. It makes them look better and just... I've said it like 5 times now. I don't care. It's the best. I missed the last 10 minutes. What was the cup trick? I'll show you. When the next batch comes out, I'll put it over here and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. I don't think they spread too much. I think I can do them next to each other. Yeah, let me get this batch in the oven. They'll cook for 10 minutes, and then when I take them out, I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Because I tried to show you before, but the other camera had a meltdown. And now I think Dan's having a meltdown.
I am, in fact, not having a meltdown. So.
No, well, the screen went blank for a minute. Brittany posted a link there if you guys want to see the cup trick before I show you. She linked the video I made on Facebook. Thank you, Brittany. Appreciate you. Which, by the way, Brittany, I saw a picture of you on Facebook yesterday. One day this week you posted a picture of you. Still messes with me to see you not have purple hair. I'm sure it messes with you too. Because, it's you and you look at yourself more often. You just look like you should have purple hair. Now Griffin's blocking my TV trying to get to the mooch. Aw. He just wants a friend. Did you guys see the picture I posted of Topo trying to get the cats that they play during the, when the live feeds are down on Big Brother and they put the, adoptable cats on the TV? And Topo was all about it. Oh, friends! You put friends in the window for me! It was kind of sad. Oh, Brittany says, I truly miss my purple hair. Yeah. Hey, Alexa, set a 10-minute timer. I feel like when she whispers back to me, we're keeping secrets. It's kind of weird. Nanda or Natalie, somebody is saying hi. Hello, Bigler friends. Look, I made Cinnamon Toast Crunch cookies. We can't eat them yet because they have to have an icing on top. But they smell amazing. Absolutely amazing. Heelan Husky says, Crystal, have you watched Dahmer on Netflix? It's good. We binged literally half. What you doing? Can you guys hear me now? Mime time. I'm no good at miming. Please confirm that audio is there. They said it's back. Okay. Sorry, guys. Yes, I do know all about the Dahmer show. It came out on Wednesday. Terry and I binge watched 5 episodes of it until bedtime. We were all about it. The comment that we had at the time when we watched it, and most of what I've seen on the internet, is unsettling. If you're into that sort of thing, if you like true crime and you like really unsettling true crime, go for it. Evan Peters is amazing, like, period. And Evan Peters is amazing in this. Plays Dahmer really well. Like, plays creepy really well. He's a really good actor. So yeah, we watched 5 episodes of it, and then it was bedtime, and then last night they were watching football, and then Big Brother was on, and then we went to bed. Tonight we're doing this, and then Big Brother's on at 8. I don't know if we'll squeeze in another episode.
I'm down.
Yeah, we'll see how we're feeling, how many episodes we can squeeze in. It is Friday night, but definitely by the end of the weekend we will be through it. Wilton says, well, it was a really unsettling situation. Absolutely, but I've watched several things on Dahmer, and they're like, just the facts, ma'am. Like, documentary kind of things, or like kind of weird. There's that one show of like My Friend Dahmer or something, I think it was called. It was a movie, and it was kind of weird, but not unsettling like this is. It's the first episode. I'm not spoiler free. The first episode drags on for so long, but not in that way where you're like, oh, get on with it. But in that way where you're like, oh my god, ooh, what's gonna happen? Oh, is this, if you know anything about Dahmer and stuff, like, is it this part of the story or is it this part of the story? It does jump through time a little bit, so it does get a little like, wait, which part is this? So good, so good. Hilo the Husky says, love Evan Peters, reminds me of his American Horror Story Cult. Yeah, a little bit sort of similar character. Wilton says, haven't started it yet, but we will. You're gonna love it. You're going to love it. Evan Peters, if you guys don't know who he is, he's been in some stuff. Silver Surfer in the Marvel stuff. Quicksilver. Sorry, I don't watch Marvel movies. Quicksilver. But he is most known for American Horror Story. If you guys have not watched American Horror Story, you should totally check it out. Most of it's kind of gory, but Terry had never seen any of it, and last weekend when I wasn't feeling well and just laid on the couch for the whole weekend, we binge-watched Hotel. She'd never seen any of it, and I'm like, let's start here, because this will suck you in, and she's totally hooked, and we're going for more. When Dan's gone, I think we're going to watch, which one are we going to watch?
Coven?
Coven, yes. Yes, the witch one. Wilton says, I love Evan Peters. I have a big creepy poster of him as Tate on the bedroom wall. Sold on him. As soon as I watched the first season of American Horror Story, totally sold on him. And then Coven, he wasn't really in it that much, but like, oh, he's kind of cute. Look at him. Cute. Like, he was playing like younger characters, whatever. Like, he showed up, whatever. Really good in Freak Show. I don't remember. There was another one in between there somewhere. Hotel, like, he leveled up as an actor. Like, I don't even care if you, like, think he's visually pleasing to the eye or whatever else you think about him. He leveled up as a character actor. Like, this man can act. Totally amazing. If you guys have not seen American Horror Story Hotel, check it out. Linda says he was in an episode of Criminal Minds. He was a kidnapped child. I absolutely have seen it because I've seen all the Criminal Minds at least twice. But I will have to keep an eye out for that. Marco says, why watch that on Netflix when you could take a walk in Lancaster and see weird stuff? Because I might actually get shot with a gun or a bow and arrow, and I'd rather watch my crime on TV. Thank you. My psychologist friend says, we who watch Dahmer have a hidden pathology. I'm kind of okay with that. Like, I studied psychology in college. Like, my degree is in psychology. I am fascinated with the psychology of criminals. I don't care who, like, wants to judge me on that. That's how I feel about it. Husky Mom Veronica says, did you see Criminal Minds is coming back in November? I did, and I'm interested to see how that goes. I just saw one little blurb about it, and I didn't really read too much more about it. I'm in. Like, I love Criminal Minds. It's one of my favorite, like, crime drama type shows. So, yeah, I'm absolutely in on that one. As for Adventure, hasn't seen a single episode of American Horror Story. There's 10 seasons as of right now. They're somewhat connected, but it's not one of those things where you have to watch season 1, season 2, season 3. Like I said, we started with, I think it's 5 is American Horror Story Hotel. And there is some connection where I had to be like, oh, this character is from Coven. We'll see her pop up again there. And I had to kind of fill Terry in a little bit. Even though, like, I think the show did a good enough job of showing who she was, but you didn't get all that, like, depth and backstory. But you can just pick a season and watch a season totally out of order. I do not recommend Roanoke. I'll have to give it a rewatch and see how I feel about it. But every other season is amazing. Like, I'm so excited that Terry has never seen it, and we're gonna get to, like, I get to experience it again, and with her for the first time, because, tell me, the whole time she was just like, oh my god, this is so good. Like, I mean, the first episode ended, and I looked at her and said, that was the first episode. And we both kind of had a moment of like, oh shit, that was only one episode. Like, so amazing.
I may have kind of guys look like this.
Oh, how could you not? Like, yeah, absolutely. Look, if you're not into, like, blood and gore, and it's TV, it's fake, it's not real. I grew up with my dad, like, working on TV and movie sets, so, like, I'm very detached from TV violence, because it's TV violence. Uncle Yukon said hi to your arm. Apparently just your arm was there.
What up, y'all?
But yeah, if you're not into, like, seeing blood on TV shows, you're not gonna like it. Like, that's just all there is to it. It's bloody, it's violent, it's gory. If you're okay with that, and you like creepy things, by all means check it out, and check out Hotel first. Lady Gaga, Evan Peters, just everybody's amazing in that. BR says, American Horror Story Asylum really pulled me in. That was a really good one. That's the other one that was in the middle there. Roanoke lost me. I was out after that. But they're not connected. So, like, throw away Roanoke. Like, we may or may not even watch that, Terry. If we do, it'll be the last one we watch, because...
I think I started watching one time where there was somebody in a vinyl suit. Does that sound familiar?
Yes, that's the first season.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get there, don't you worry. But yeah, who had said that? Was it BRM Bug? Anything after, like, disregard Roanoke and watch the other ones. They're so good. So good.
Did I tell you what happened after we watched that?
Huh.
On Tuesday at work.
Uh-oh.
P.S. I work at a hotel, guys.
Oh, yeah. I did not make the connection that we were watching American Horror Story Hotel and Terry works at a hotel.
So what happened? I get into the building the other day and my phone quit working.
That's a little creepy.
Yeah, it was really creepy. I ran down 4 flights of stairs and outside. And I had connected.
Just to make sure you were okay?
Yeah, they were testing the new printers out, but their Bluetooth connect. And my Bluetooth was on, and it connected, and like it interrupted service, or Wi-Fi. It was a Wi-Fi connect to a printer, and it did that, and I freaked out because I had no service, and everyone was like, "What's wrong?" And I was like, "I just watched Hotel," and they laughed and laughed and laughed, and I figured it out. But it was funny for about 5 minutes.
Marco says Lady Gaga is scary.
Yes.
She was not really on my radar at all until I watched American Horror Story Hotel, and then I was like, she's amazing. Like, love her. Don't really care for her music. It's not my style. I'm not trying to rock out to it. But, like, the woman is talented. You cannot argue that. She's amazing. Beerenbug says, oh, snap. I meant to ask you if your dad ever worked on Knight Rider. Not regularly that I know of. So my dad, he was a truck driver. So he would, like, go and I went to work with him once, and we had to go pick up a boom mic. I was like 10 years old. We had to drive to a location, put the boom mic in the truck, and drive it back to set because they needed another boom mic. Like, it was stuff like that, like, kind of tedious stuff. But he was on set, and he would get... Alexa, stop. He would get, like, regular work on shows. So he'd work, like, multiple seasons. And sometimes he would just, like, oh, we just need you for, like, the day or the week or something. So it's possible he worked on Knight Rider. He was working, like, on shows in that time. I don't recall him working on Knight Rider specifically.
MASH.
Yeah, he definitely worked on MASH. He got his, I've shown you guys before, the Goodbye, Farewell, and Amen series closing shirt, which I wore all through high school. Okay, so let's get this over here, and I will show you guys the cup trick. BRM Bug, are you paying attention? Everybody should do this every time you make cookies. Can we see? So you take a cup, a bowl, whatever. I like my little short cup. It's got a good size rim at the top, and it's easy to hold because it's just straight. And you just put it over the top of your cookie and just swirl it around. It'll pull in all those edges, and it makes it not stick, like, immediately while it's warm, so that once they cool, they're not stuck. And you just do it, like, literally right when you take them out of the oven. If you have any thin edges, it pulls those up. It makes your cookie a little bit thicker and softer.
yours happen to be pretty round. When you do them, sometimes you don't even have round cookies at all, and then they turn round. But
Yeah,
these
these,
ones
I
do
mean,
well.
I didn't do this one yet, and it's perfectly round.
Right.
Like, the cookie dough cooks round anyway. But sometimes, especially with the chocolate chip cookie dough, because I refrigerate it first most of the time when I make it, it doesn't always settle perfectly round when you cook it, and it'll pull those edges in and make them round. Alright, we'll let that cool for a minute. Wilton says, I'm a rare person. I didn't hate any of the seasons. I literally have loved every single season except Roanoke. Like, Roanoke felt detached from everything else. It didn't feel like it had the same vibe. I felt like I wasn't really sure what was going on most of the time. Even within the season itself, it felt like there was too much going on that was detached and didn't really tie together. I was just not a fan. Not a fan at all. Oh, are you taking my mouse?
Yeah, go ahead.
Athena says, I watch Trauma in the ER and other trauma-based blood and guts show. Yeah, you can totally handle fake violence. It's like, over-the-top dramatic violence. It's not like watching like we were watching The Good Doctor the other night, and they were doing some surgery and like pulling out intestines and stuff. That gets too real. I don't like to watch that stuff. Like, I don't want to know what my insides look like at all. I want no part of that. But like, it's the like dramatic slash throat and the blood like pours out in a wave, and it's just like fake and comical dramatic. It's not like realistic dramatic. Christine says, I know there's blood in the hotel season because I saw pics of Matt Bomber all coated in blood. Bomber? I don't know who that is. Hold on. I'm sure I know who it is because I watched it, but I don't know name to face. Oh, that guy. Yes. Yes, absolutely. So much blood. So much blood. Does that trick still work on cookies not baked on a silpat? I can't tell you for sure because I always bake on a silpat, but it should. It shouldn't be a problem at all because the cookies are still soft when they come out. So you should be able to stir it. What do you... Okay. Beer and Bug says, I've been watching Knight Rider Historians, and they're restoring the original truck and trailer from the series. I thought your dad worked transpo and might have moved vehicles for them. They absolutely might. He absolutely might have. I was young through, like... I mean, he always, like... My dad's dad worked. I think he also did, like, truck driving stuff, and his brother, like, they all worked at the studios and stuff. So he did that my whole life, but, like... My dad was like that dad that got up at 3 a.m. and went to work and then came home at like 6 at night, and I didn't really see him much, and we didn't really talk about his work stuff too much. So other than like, hey, let's watch Herman's Head because I worked on this show, and like, why would we have watched it otherwise? Like, I don't really know of everything he worked on. Matt Bomber is the hottest guy. He's easy on the eyes for sure. So do you like haunted houses? Take it or leave it. Like, I don't really like to be scared. I don't like jump scares. I freaking hate jump scares. To me, a jump scare is a cheap thrill. Like, that's easy. That's cool. Anybody can do a jump scare. You can come up behind me and I don't hear you and you jump scare me. Like, I don't want to be jump scared. I want, like, the unsettling feeling that you get, like, from the Dahmer show, where it's just like, oh, this is not right. This is not okay. But you know it's all fake, so I think you'd laugh at it. Yeah. I feel like most haunted houses rely on, like, either cheesy, silly things. Remember, like, you knew some people that did a haunted house that we went to one time, like, in their house, and they had, like, you know, weird pictures on the wall and stuff, like the eyes following you, like, that kind of stuff. Like, that's creepy and, like, funny, and I like it. Again, don't want to be jump scared. Not even a little bit. Chris said he's easy on the eyes for sure. Oh, look, I made it into the conversation again. We weren't talking about you. Alright, let me get these off of here so I can make another batch. How you holding up, Dan? You look a little tired.
I'm just waiting for a cookie.
Oh, I see.
No.
You're welcome to eat one, but they're going to be better with icing.
Oh, you still have to... Okay. You haven't gotten to icing yet?
You can get a free sample.
No, if you're not done, I'll wait.
We're just happy to have you baking.
I thought you were done.
You thought I was just holding out on you?
No.
Sorry to disappoint.
I did go over there and do a sniff though. They smell amazing.
Oh, it absolutely smells amazing.
That's better than Churroholic. It smells better than Churroholic.
Yeah.
Churroholic smells pretty freaking good.
Beerbook says, I'll straight up watch some gory stuff, but an episode of Grey's Anatomy where a girl got all her organs transplanted and they showed essentially, no. Like I said, I don't want to know what the inside of my body looks like. Even if I know logically, like, oh, this is fake and they're not pulling out real intestines, I don't want to see that. Brittany says, maybe you need to eat one now to compare glaze or no glaze. Glaze. It's always glaze. What is better without a glaze, Brittany? I challenge you. It's going to be that thing where Dan likes to eat the Snickers when I'm making the Snickers-filled peanut butter cookies, and I always have to remind him that the Snickers are going to be better when there's a peanut butter cookie around them, and the fewer you eat now, the more cookies you will have. Dale says, I've worked in haunted houses in the past. You can't believe the sense of power you can get from knowing you have the ability to scare the ever-loving crap out of someone. Oh, I bet. Absolutely. Marco says, science! No, the experiment does not need to be done. It is always better with glaze. Always. Christine says they showed all those bodies and body parts in Dahmer, and that grossed me out. Seeing, like, the body parts doesn't bother me. Again, it's like the surgery. The things where they show, like, a surgery, and so, I can't do that. I look away. When we were watching Good Doctor, I just straight looked down. Oh, I'm going to look at my phone for a minute. I wonder what's happening on Instagram. Or anywhere else but here. It's like watching Bones. Close your eyes and sometimes ears for the first 10 to 15 minutes. Bones was never really that gory, though, because it was always bones. It was like after the fact. That one never really bothered me. Ooh, it's probably time for a rewatch of Bones soon. Did you ever watch Bones, Terry?
Yes.
Good stuff.
Yes.
That might have to be my new background noise filler. I was watching Criminal Minds, but see what had happened was it got taken off of Netflix. And I don't know where I was in the series. And I've seen them all, so it's not like I can look for one that I haven't seen because I was on a rewatch. But I don't know where I left off, so I can watch it on, I think it's on Paramount. But I don't know where I was in the series. What's up, Dan?
Nothing. Just looking. It is your last batch.
It is. Yeah, pretty decent batch. It made
yeah, that's a lot of cookies.
35, I think, because
Uh-huh.
the first batch I only made 11. All right, let's get this one in.
Ooh, Fred.
Alexa, set a 10-minute timer.
I don't know if you saw it today. Pepsi is going to have a s'mores collection.
Pepsi s'mores? But see, every time I try any of the flavored sodas, they just taste gross. I'm not a fan of soda to begin with, so I don't taste the subtleties in the flavor, because it all just tastes like cola to me.
I'll let you know.
I am not a fan. Dan will probably try them with you.
Yeah.
For science, of course.
Right.
The toasty marshmallow, chocolate, and graham cracker. I can see a toasty marshmallow being a vanilla-y, like a vanilla Pepsi.
Right.
I've had chocolate soda before, and I love chocolate beer. So I'm down to try this chocolate s'mores collection.
I had chocolate wine once, and it was just really sticky and like overly sweet.
Was it a red?
No, it was chocolate. It was like chocolate colored. It looked like chocolate milk, but it was just sticky. Like your mouth got all sticky, and I was not a fan. Not a fan. Marco says Rob Zombie movies are always gory. Yes, I saw House of a Thousand Corpses in the theater, and done. I don't need to watch. I don't like gore for the sake of gore. Again, I like suspense more than I like gore. I would rather like feel unsettled. Like we went and saw stop throwing things. What's the one with no sound, Dan? A Quiet Place. We went and saw that in the theater in the D-box seats, which if you guys don't know, they're the ones where the seats move like to the sound. So if you're watching an action movie in those seats, you're like probably jostling all around the whole time. If you're watching something like A Quiet Place that is mostly a quiet movie, it just tilts ever so slightly and gives you that unsettled feeling of just like, oh, something's not right. Like my body's tensing up a little bit. Perfect for that kind of movie. I don't know if your guys' theaters have D-Box. Our one theater out here does, and that was the perfect movie. Didn't you and Blake go see an action movie in the D-Box seats?
We went and saw like Guardians of the Galaxy.
But it was like too much for that, huh?
And the space scenes were kind of fun.
Yeah.
But it was definitely shaking. But you have control on it. You can like either turn it off, but you have like, you know, a few different levels. You know, I had mine cranked up.
Do you? Oh, I don't remember that.
But you have levels on the side that you can do it.
Alice Convention, never heard of the D-Box seats. Yeah, ours, when they put them in, they put like a display up in the front so you could like sit in the seat and see like what it's all about. That feeling like you're walking through a haunted house, right? Sort of, yeah, like just unsettling. I think a lot of it was the seat would tilt slightly so you would tense up like in response to that physically, and then that would make you feel like weirder. I don't know. Oh, Linda, that's weird. When I had my brain surgery, my brother-in-law took a picture of the top of my head with over 40 staples to scare/creep out people at his work. Yeah, I don't like anything like stitches or incisions. I don't want to see that stuff. My theater has D-bag ushers. Does that count? Kind of the same but different. You look like something's wrong, Dan.
No, look, okay, if you must know, it's turned yellow on the screen for no reason, and I was adjusting the camera and looking around. Nothing, you're good to go.
Okay. Fair enough.
Stuff back here, yes.
Uncle Yukon says, don't need those seats here. We have enough earthquakes. No, but it's not like an earthquake. It's different. That would be really weird if you were watching a movie in the D-Box seats and there was an earthquake, because you might not even know.
I'm excited to try it, Fred.
I feel, for me at least, there's a certain kind of movie. I don't want to be jostled through an entire movie, like every time there's action.
Get Out would have been great to watch.
Absolutely, yeah. Something that's like subtly suspenseful, I think, is the best for that.
To be tilted maybe slightly to the right and forward a hair.
Yeah, and you don't really realize that.
Yeah.
Hannah says, y'all talking about TV shows and movies, and I'm here on my 19th rewatch of MASH. Are you even that old? How have you watched it 19 times? Friend, that's a lot.
Of what?
MASH?
I love her for that.
Marco says, I don't like those moving seats. Just flat out, not a fan. You troubleshooting?
Yeah.
Scott says, I feel old all of a sudden. Just saw a notice that it's the 40th anniversary of the Tylenol murders in the Chicago area. I lived in that area at the time. Well, you had to have been like a child though, right? You're not that old. Like, we were kids when that happened. Hannah says, it's on Hulu, and I own the whole series on DVD. Interesting. I like the show well enough. Like, we watched it as kids, because my dad worked on it. Like, of course, we watched everything that he worked on. I don't know that I'm, like, invested in it, although I haven't watched it, like, since it was on originally, and maybe a little bit in syndication. MASH is, like, always on, although it took me 15 years of watching reruns to finally catch the finale.
It was always on a long time ago.
Yeah, we don't have, like, regular cable, so we'd have to hunt it down and purposefully put it on. Apparently lots of you guys are big fans. Tylenol murders back in the 70s, I think. I think it was early 80s. If it's the 40th anniversary, that would have been 82. So I was like 2 years old. Oh, Scott, you are a little older than us then. I was 15 at the time. It was very scary. Everyone was tossing out all painkiller medicine just to be safe. Yeah, and that's an age where you're like kind of starting to realize like the world's not the safe place you think it is when you're a kid.
Also saw a more recent story on that, and it was just a one tamper at one place and one bottle of one thing that could have been anybody.
Yes.
And that set off the world.
But it also made like the tamper evidence seals become a thing.
Yeah.
That wasn't a thing before that. So, you know, somebody just walked up, opened it up, popped one in, whatever, but somebody died. Like, only one time, one place. Yeah, but yeah. So, you know, was it more? I feel like it was more than one, like 2 or 3 maybe.
Did they?
Yeah. I feel like, Scott, can you confirm or deny?
It was crazy that we didn't have any like lit protection.
Yeah, there was like nothing, like the world was not the scary kind of place back then. And I mean, to be fair, like there were tons of like serial killers and stuff because nobody knew that the world was as scary as it was. So people just like felt safer than they should have. Yeah, 7 people died, Dan. Yeah, so there was a handful of them, but then, like, across the country, everybody's just like, what the hell? Like, now everybody's terrified. I was in high school, but in New Jersey, not Chicago, where all of that was happening at the time. But still, like, scary stuff to think that, like, that's a thing that people do. Like, people are out there doing that. Somebody somewhere did that thing. Like, razor blades in the playground? Apparently that's a thing, too, but not as common as they make you think it is.
Remember syringes in the Pepsi?
No. Was that a thing, too? I don't remember that. Aubrey is here and wants to know, what is your favorite fast food? Let's see. If, like, right now somebody was like, let's go get fast food, what do you want? My favorite is a little local place, I think, called Primo Burgers. Really good. Like, it's one of those places where they have a stupidly large menu that shouldn't be as good as it is for how many things they have on the menu. Any time of day, you could get anything you want. You want a burger? Fine. You want some scrambled eggs and hash browns? Fine. You want a wet burrito? Fine. You want some nachos? Fine. Like, literally way too much stuff on the menu, and it's amazing. They make the best fried zucchini, a little overly salty, but makes you want to eat more of it. It's amazing. Up here, Bug with the super chat. Nah, Mooch, little old man. Oh, he twitched while he was getting his pets. But yeah, that's my go-to. As far as chain restaurants, Habit Burger is really good. I'm really down for Habit Burger. Islands has been a favorite, but the last couple times we went, it wasn't quite as good. What else is going on here? Oh, Foxy Qual is out for the night. Thanks for joining us, friend. We have to go soon because Big Brother's about to be on. But we should make our icing because this batch is almost done. So let me get a bowl out. Alright, so we're going to do a 1/2 cup of powdered sugar. Sorry for everybody who's squeamish that the talk has now turned to, like, true crime. It's kind of my favorite subject.
I mean, you always have the option to go from getting baked with crystal to muffins and murder.
Alright, so just a 1/2 cup of confectioner's sugar, or powdered sugar. And then to that we are going to add a pinch of cinnamon. So we get a little bit of cinnamon flavor in the icing as well. And a pinch of salt. That was a little more than a pinch of cinnamon. I measured with my heart. But we'll only do a pinch of salt because we don't need it overly salty. Where's the tiny whisk? Can I have my trivets back, Dan? You didn't figure out what was causing the yellowing?
No, I stopped.
Alright, this batch is just about done. So for anybody who missed it, I'm going to show you again the cup trick to make your cookies level up a little bit. Every time you make cookies, you should be doing this. Marco just throwing out the true crime he knows of. Richard Ramirez, Night Stalker, what? That's your homie?
And he was great in Hotel too.
Alexa, stop.
I wonder next time if it goes off, if you hit the button on top on the left, that'll just...
I actually noticed the stop button pops up on the screen too. I'm sure we could also just press stop on the front. So again, just put a cup over it, swirl it around a little bit. It'll round out your edges if they're wonky. It'll make it thicken up a little bit, and it makes them delicious and not stick. And to this we are going to add a tablespoon of milk.
Smells so amazing.
It really does. It's so good. We should all cook Cinnamon Toast Crunch all the time.
Yes.
Like, when I was a kid, my mom always had that small pot on the back of the stove with, like, cinnamon and, like, acorns and orange peels. I'm not really sure what was in there, and a little bit of water, and she'd always just be kind of low simmering it to make the house smell good. We should all just do a small pot of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I recommend that. I went a little light on the milk because sometimes the frosting or icing gets too watery, and then you end up playing that game where you add back and forth, but I think I need to add a little bit more milk. I'm probably still going to end up playing the back and forth game. Sally says I might have to make these cookies. We will review them for you in just a minute and let you know if you should be making these. This is like no icing at all. How am I supposed to glaze all of these cookies? That'll do. Alright, I'm just going to put some wax paper down so that it doesn't get all over the counter. I'm going to let the ones that just came out of the oven cool a little bit more, and then I'm going to try to cram the last of these on here so I can glaze them all at once. All right. I might have to make more glaze because I like my cookies with a lot of glaze. Oh my God, this is so amazing.
Oh, the drizzle though. I'm obsessed.
I'm gonna be really sad if like all the flavor cooked off and they're just boring.
I refuse to believe such things, Frank.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to make more glaze. This is not enough. A light glaze is not enough for this girl.
Ever.
So I'll use this up, and then after that batch cools, I'll make some more and glaze the rest of them. Because I got a dozen of them. That was it. So if you guys make this, you might want to triple the glaze recipe. I like to make sure every single bite is going to have glaze. Would it be overkill to sprinkle cinnamon sugar over the top of the glaze? I would not be opposed to that. I think like that Cinnamon Toast Crunch sugary stuff would be amazing on top. I don't actually have any here. I could mix cinnamon and sugar, but we're going to try these how they are. I think you could absolutely take it up a notch and add that to the top of it. Oh, Hannah says bowl scraper! Sorry, I forgot. I do use it, though. It's right here in this drawer in front of me. I just wanted to get that last little bit. And the bowl scraper wouldn't have helped me to drizzle. But thank you. Don't forget a picture for Instagram. You are amazing. Bear with me, guys, for my photo shoot. Mooch, what are you doing? I think I'm going to have to let the glaze dry before I can take the plated photo, because otherwise it's just going to mash into each other. All right. Are you guys ready to try these?
Yes, I thought you'd never ask.
You should have just dipped the cookie in the glaze. Brilliant. I want this one right here. It was calling my name. Come on, Dan. Do you drizzle the glaze or like brush it on? I just drizzled.
Wow.
Can you guys like cover your faces or something? There we go. Yeah, I just drizzled it. It's a little runny still. But you could dip, you could drizzle.
You can taste the butter so good.
I know you're impressed. What are you thinking?
I'm bouncing forwards with the bite. The first bite I took tasted like chemicals, and now it tastes kind of good.
Brittany says you know it's good when it's quiet. We're gonna have to take another bite.
Oh yeah.
It's me, not anybody else. I'm not the biggest gingerbread cinnamon. I like cinnamon toast crunch. I taste some sort of like rubber.
I taste butter.
It's very buttery.
I taste rubber, but like some of the bites I get it, but it's doing something to me that's my problem.
I want to let the glaze dry, and then like put them in a Tupperware so they kind of absorb the moisture a little bit and get a little bit softer.
Yes, because I think I was drinking a little bit off the top, and it didn't like.
Yes, it's the glaze still tastes very like powdered sugary
so
because it's not set.
So
I think that's the chemically you're tasting.
Some of the cookie was good.
I like that you pulverized there's a little bits in there and nice.
Okay, I'm a fan of the cookie, not the frosting. So it needs to like coexist. Did you want to try a piece without the thing, Terry? You're eating that one still. I'll take you this non-piece, Terry. I like them without the sting. So we'll see what happens when they like try hanging out for a little bit and get along.
Yeah, I'll post a full review of them in a couple of days after I always do that. We bake on Friday, and I try to usually wait unless I'm like, this is the bomb, there's no going around it.
The cookie's good.
I wait until Sunday to kind of let the flavors develop and stuff. So like I said, I will let the glaze dry and set, and then I'll put them in a Tupperware, because like my chocolate chip cookies, when I first take them out of the oven, the first night or so, they're a little bit crispy. You throw them in a Tupperware with the lid on them, they moisten up a little bit, and I think these will do the same sort of thing. I see Adele is here. Hello, friend. She says, once again, I'm late. How are you feeling, Crystal? You seem better. I am. I'm definitely, like, ready to flop on the couch. Like, this is the most energy I've used up in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, good job.
But this was fun. I really enjoyed hanging out with everybody. It needs more frosting. You could absolutely frost it more.
Right. Like you said, if it sits,
Let me try without.
if it sits for a bit, then
I think they'll be better.
then I'll think we'll be better.
Give a cookie piece to Mooch. No, there's too much like sugar and stuff. He does not need this. He can have some cat treats in a little bit.
Yeah.
Hannah says I bagged up some popcorn for you tonight, so
Yes.
expect that coming
Yeah,
soon.
cool, thank you.
Fun.
Yeah,
yes,
it
and
was
don't
good.
let me forget we have to reply to Linda's email.
Okay.
I don't know if
Okay.
she's here at the moment, but I will reply.
Yes.
Bye,
everybody. Have a good night.
Dan's done.
Well, I gotta do stuff on the
Yeah,
side.
so far, thumbs up, but not a resounding like, oh my god, this is amazing.
I agree, but we'll
But it's definitely a good, unique flavor to a cookie. It's something different, for sure. Like, I do recommend it.
We'll definitely revisit it tomorrow on Pictionary night.
Yes, we will talk about it tomorrow. Excuse me. So thank you everybody who joined us tonight. Really appreciate it. Thanks for hanging in there for a couple weeks while we weren't able to, while I wasn't able to function. Thanks for showing up to Dan's live streams in the meantime. That's all I got. I forgot how I close out shows. We'll be here tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific. We're not going to do Dantics. We're going to do Pictionary tomorrow. So if you guys can't usually make it for Wednesday night shows and have not made it to a Pictionary, show up tomorrow.
It's a popular one.
It's a lot of fun. We draw, you guess, inside jokes abound. It's bound to be hilarious every time. Adele says, I'm glad to hear it. A friend of mine has a 1-year-old who's seeming the same as you were. The moment I saw your post, I told her to get him tested for pneumonia. Yeah, I was a little disappointed that they did my chest x-ray last Monday and then, like, didn't even look at it. Even when I went back, he tried to order another chest x-ray, and I'm like, no, I had one done. He's like, oh, I didn't see it. And then went and looked and was like, oh, yeah, you have pneumonia. So, who knew? Like, wasn't coughing, congested. I am now. Like, they gave me some Mucinex and antibiotics, and it's definitely, like, I can tell something's going on. But before, all I had was a fever, so I had no idea. So, I'm glad that's gone. 10 fevers in 14 days was, like, 9 fevers too many for anybody to have. It was a bit much, but I'm glad to be back with you guys. Again, there will be no shows next week. Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, no shows, but we'll be back the following Wednesday. So I will post the calendar soon for you guys on the RFS Family Facebook group. If you guys aren't a part of that yet, go make sure to join it, and I will go approve you later. And we'll see you guys tomorrow night for Pictionary. Bye, guys. Have a great night. Thanks for hanging out.